But most of all,
there it is.
Targeted individuals were chosen by God.
She's probably watching manifestation TikToks. I'm confident, I'm secure, I'm powerful, I'm chosen. Chosen by who?
Well, hello there. My name is Talan Godfrey, and I'm a real gang stalking victim. I'm a real targeted individual. To prove that gang stalking is real, go to stopgangstalkingcrimes.com, stopgangstalkingcrimes.com, or you can go to targetedjustice.com, targetedjustice.com. You can Google an old mind control program called Psycho-Electronic Weapons Effects. You hear it? It ain't me. That's a noise violation. No, doing the noise violations again. But I'm glad that you was able to hear that. Google an old mind control program called Psycho-Electronic Weapons Effects. This channel right here is an excellent channel for information about gang stalking. I don't know if it's a dead channel. It might be a dead channel, but some of the videos are still there, and it talks about gang stalking. Unlike this piece of poo, this spirit, this dude right here, which I will get into. This dude is not a real gang stalking victim. He is not a real targeted individual. Anybody who's talking about the chosen one, that you were destined for greatness, chosen by God, or like the Christians, they used to talk about gang stalking mixed with the 144,000 soldiers of God. You're destined for greatness because you're a gang stalking victim. Stuff will happen to you because you're a gang stalking victim. You're destined to find your love because you're a gang stalking victim. Anybody mixing spirituality and religion, mixing it with gang stalking, these people are not real gang stalking victims. They're part of a psychological operation, a psyops. These people or maybe working with real gang stalkers, or they saw an easy niche because they can't make it on TikTok for some strange reason. They're doing it on YouTube. Let's see if I can see the timestamp. Oh, back in the day, I wish I had a screenshot of YouTube talking about gang stalking, these pages. Back in 2016, 2017, a lot of these people were not here on YouTube. These pages look totally different, but yet you see what it looks like. See, they're talking about gang stalking, like debunking. These people, here it is. So you got these people talking about tarot cards that has nothing to do with gang stalking. These people, see, that's that Joel dude. That is that Joel dude. You see, you have people like this man right here, not proving that gang stalking is real. And he's going to make a fool out of himself. So people like him, this dude right here, people like these motherfuckers right here, and these fake ass psychiatrists, well, they probably have a degree in psychiatry and psychology, but these people know that gang stalking is real. And these people are going to use, all these people are going to use this dude named Joel and people like Joel to come at real gang stalking victims, because people like Joe don't talk about real gang stalking. People like Joe don't encourage people to do counter surveillance against their gang stalkers to get them caught. They don't bring it up. They don't talk about the mind control technology. They don't talk about the direct energy weapons use. They don't bring up even the former head of the FBI Los Angeles division, Ted Gunderson. He talked about gang stalking and he tried to stop it. He wrote an affidavit on it. So if you were trying to prove that gang stalking is real, hell, why don't you bring up the former head of the FBI Los Angeles division, Ted Gunderson, who wrote papers on the shit, who wrote papers, who wrote affidavit, who tried to stop it. Why don't you bring up Dr. John Hall, who wrote books on it, who was featured in the news, had a television show talking about gang stalking and tried to stop it. But you see, people like this person right here, it's just being used by people like this man right here, these two losers right here, and people who are not being honest in their profession, like Dr. Grande right here, making fun of real gang stalking victims. Like this man right here, had a video before he died talking about gang stalking and how he was a victim of gang stalking, how they tortured him with these direct energy weapons and these mind control technologies before he died. This loser right here did not bring up this man's video talking about gang stalking, just made fun of him, and yet made the same loser ass jokes as he did in this video. True story. Watch the two, same loser ass story. This is all a psychological operation because so many gang stalkers have got caught in the past. And I suspect with the CRT and the DIE thing, diversity, equity, and inclusion or whatever, mixing it with that school, no, we call it school parent-teacher conferences and the school board meetings. The DOJ tried to do gang stalking on those parents who was complaining about, CRT. Those people got caught doing gang stalking, and it was even on Fox News. See, they don't want to get caught again. These gang stalkers don't want to get caught again, so they're doing psychological operations on YouTube. Like I said, my videos, when I talk about gang stalking, will automatically be shadow banned. That's why I have so many videos. But people like this dude, let's bring up Noel. Like, see this dude? He has so many videos talking about he being a victim of gang stalking, even though he never talks about gang stalking being a crime, which gang stalking is a crime, by the way. He never said gang stalkers are criminals. Gang stalkers are criminals, but this dude would never bring it up, and he never encouraged counter surveillance against criminal gang stalkers. Never encouraged his audience to do that. But he would talk about how, oh, you're a gang stalking victim, just like those Christians back before him, just like these fake ass Christians talking about gang stalking and how you're special. That's why they're gang stalking you. Those Christians and these new age spiritual people talking about the chosen one. None of these people will ever talk about doing gang stalking, doing counter surveillance against your gang stalkers, or that gang stalking is the actual crime. You see, more tarot card readings. And like I said, I wish I had screenshotted these YouTube channels back in 2016, 2017, 2018. You can see the psychological operation in play. Let's see the time. Okay. But here it is right here. So let's look at my channel. Just type in Talan Godfrey. Either on Chrome or on Opera as the browser. By the way, this is not my Facebook page. It was, but it got discontinued by Facebook. It's been disbanded for some strange reason. Never even used it. Tried to sign into it. It's been disbanded. This is not my YouTube playlist. It's some little kid talking about Call of Duty. That's not me. But for some strange reason, nobody watching that dude's videos, but it's still under the first page, under my name, under Google. Even though nobody's watching those videos. This is not my Pinterest at all. Not me. That's not me. There's an Instagram with some fat white chick and a kid. That's not me. But this is my Rumble. So let's go to my BitChute channel. This is me. Let's go to About. Here are all my channels. This is my social media presence. Talking about the real gang stalking that I have experienced, and yet I was able to record it because I don't think I'm some chosen one. The chosen one's stupid. And you keep believing that you're the chosen one, you're going to get yourself hurt. Why? Because this gang stalking is a crime. These gang stalkers probably picked you because you was an easy target to be set up to be used and abused and exploited. Either they want your house, they want your car, they want your job, they want your man, they want your child for sexual exploitation, or they want you for sexual exploitation to be used and abused. They probably thought you would be an easy target to be put on mind control and hit with direct energy weapons for whatever reason. That's why. There's nothing special about you. Okay? So you get that bullshit out of your head. Here's the timestamp. My name is Talan Godfrey. Here's my social media page on BitChute.
But most of all,
There it is.
targeted individuals were chosen by God.
By the way, this is fair use.
False world that hides the truth about our universe. But the false part isn't that we're secretly the one and no one told us. No, it's that we might not be the one, and in fact, probably aren't. Kind of makes the blue pill even more terrifying than the red pill.
Yeah, well, too late.
See, this is the thing that I believe is going on. Like I said, back in 2016, 2017, 2018, a lot of the Christians were doing this religious bullshit, mixing their religion with gang stalking. And a lot of people were calling it out. Like, I wasn't chosen by God to have my apartment and my car broken into. I wasn't chosen by God to having this dude who happened to be a handler pretending to be my boyfriend. Yeah, that stuff was coming out on YouTube. And I believe a lot of people who are doing the gang stalking got caught. And right now, these gang stalkers are doing a psychological operation, mixing this TikTok I'm chosen bullshit and mixing it with gang stalking. Another version of what the Christians got caught doing it back in the day on YouTube. I'm gonna bring him up because this dude is a piece of shit. He like, again, people like him doing this new age spirituality, mixing with gang stalking. This man will never encourage you to do counter surveillance against the gang stalkers. He would never even talk about how gang stalking is a crime, and gang stalking is a freaking crime. These people who've been doing gang stalking, some of them have gotten caught because of counter surveillance, which, like I said, this dude will never encourage his listeners, his followers to do. Not one whatsoever. It's like this bitch right here. In the beginning, I was somehow uncomfortable, but now it doesn't bother me anymore. Oh, they're committing crimes against you. It doesn't bother you anymore. These people are criminals, and they're after you, and you're not worried about it. Bless your heart. They made me aware of the golden qualities inside of me that I consider just normal. Let's keep polishing the diamond. Oh my God. These people, if you are a real gang stalking victim, these people are committing crimes against you. Not because you're special, because you're an easy target, you fucking retarded bitch. You see this? You see this? So you got these people who are supposed to be real gang stalking victims. Now they're getting it mixed in their head that there's something special about them, and yet they are letting these people commit crimes against them. And then people like psychiatrists and psychologists, maybe some of them are good and trying to understand gang stalking. They're going to see all this bullshit, and they're going to think that you have some type of delusions and grandeur. You have a victim complex. You're a narcissist. I'm like, no, I'm a victim. And then I have to find out, like, again, the former head of the FBI Los Angeles division, Ted Gunderson, Dr. John Hall, targetedjustice.crime, stopgangstalkingcrimes.com. These people right here to try to get that psychiatrist or that psychologist in his mind that said that these people are running a psychological operation on their audience. I'm not with these people. I am a gang stalking victim. I can prove the street theater. Look at my YouTube channel, and I have to give them my YouTube channel. These people are running the game on motherfuckers. Of course, like I said, a donation page. He has a donation page. Ain't talking anything real, but he has a donation page, and you can give him money so he can lie to you more often. This dude had no evidence to prove that he's a gang stalking victim. Not one video evidence of street theater. Even if gang stalking is real to this man, will you like to prove to the world that he is, in fact, a gang stalking victim? Do he want the gang stalking to stop? Then he needs to start doing counter surveillance. But like I said, he ain't gonna talk about any of that shit. So this man is saying some bullshit. He's saying that there's something special about you. There's something special about you. I'm gonna bring up that affirmation video that It's a Gundam talked about. There's just something special about you. Does not sound like narcissism. Does not sound like what you call it, delusions of grandeur. Does it sound like a victim complex, persecution complex? Yeah. Oh, I'm being gang stalked because there's something special about you. There's something special about me. No, there's nothing special about you. The Christians who used this stick before this dude came on YouTube, like back in 2017, 2018, 2016, also there was something special about you. That's why you're being gang stalked. No, there's nothing special about you, except that these gang stalkers thought that you was an easy target to be gang stalked, to be abused, to be set up to be exploited. That's it. oh, they just gang stalking me because I got the light of the Lord. No, they're not gang stalking you because of that. Watch eBay 6 Executive CBS Boston. They were gang stalked. There's nothing special about these motherfuckers. Here's this dude's gonna talk about some goddamn. He's special. The gang stalking you because you're special.
Presence,
No,
your
no,
presence
it's not
is
real.
felt. Very strong. It's not like no regular person that just walks by. Your presence is strong, bro. You're never going to be forgotten. People will always remember you. There could be some person that goes and has a family with completely different people. They're still going to remember you, bro.
So
the impact
stupid.
you have on people's lives.
Really? You probably just smoke pot all day. What the fuck are you talking about? Okay, let's see if we can find this little gang stalking victim. Targeted, there it is.
You don't know how to steer that ship? Brother, say this first. If you're a targeted individual, and I'm just going to say this first. If you're a targeted individual, there is something about you that is different.
I bet you that's different.
Either for the good or the bad. Because there is such thing as bad target individuals where you might be some type of criminal that has killed somebody or done something crazy. Or you're a targeted individual that has done or is doing good things. People recognize it and they cannot help but to watch. You are a target. Congratulations. People are going to watch you 24/7. Not everybody in the world is going to watch you 24/7, but there are people, believe it or not, that are watching you 24/7.
Fair use. That's the bullshit. So he's saying, just because you're a good person, oh my God, people are just going to be watching you because you're a good person. He's kind of describing the Talan company. No, my name is Talan, but the Talan company. Talan company from Fallout New Vegas. Oh, you're so good. You're so good. The Talan company, these mercenaries just going to be following you throughout the wasteland. The Talan company. Oh God, no. Let's see if we can find a video real quick that proves that gang stalking is real. And these people, this man, like I said, this man will never talk about counter surveillance or that the fact that gang stalking is a crime. He will never talk about that. You notice in none of his videos he never talks about gang stalking as the actual crime. But he always talks about there's something special about you. Now let's bring up real victims who did counter surveillance against their gang stalkers and got their gang stalkers caught.
She's probably watching manifestation TikToks. I'm confident, I'm secure, I'm powerful, I'm chosen. Chosen by who?
Because I'm good enough, I'm smart enough, and doggone it, people like me.
Now, okay, so here's the time. So we're going to bring up this video right here.
A Snohomish County woman targeted one of her colleagues at work, writing nasty letters to her children, starting a hateful website, even telling neighbors she was a sex offender. Well, none of it was true, but the woman's reputation was ruined, and today the woman who did it all learned the price she'll pay in an Everett courtroom. Our North Sound Bureau Chief Ana Velasquez was at the hearing and joins us live now at the courthouse with details. Ana?
Well, Steve, the defendant's name is Christina Orozco, and she was sentenced to 10 months in the county jail. That is the high end of the standard range for felony stalking. Now, today, the Judge Gerald Knight, used words like Now, today, the felony stalking. Now, today, the Judge Gerald Knight, he used words like relentless, evil, and vile to describe this woman.
It's all remorse for you that you're sorry that you're in the situation that you're in, and you feel sorry for yourself.
Christina Orozco, a former Snohomish County Public Works employee, was convicted in June of stalking a fellow female employee for nearly a year. Her victim, who asked Cairo 7 not to identify her, told the court Orozco was very calculated and very effective in destroying her career, her personal and family life, so much so that she's had to quit her job of 13 years and move out of the area. She is still fearful of Orozco. Judge Gerald Knight read the letters Orozco sent to the victim's young children to illustrate how evil her tactics were.
Sending letters to them, asking them, how does it feel to be your mother, who is a sick that doesn't have real,
Okay, you see that?
And who's an alcoholic.
Besides the letters, Christina Orozco set up a website saying defamatory things about her victim and sent false sex offender notifications to neighbors, elected officials, and future employees, making the victim appear she was a convicted sex offender. Orozco's violated a restraining order, and now she's a convicted felon.
While not physically destroying and killing her, you did everything in your power to kill and destroy her name and reputation.
Gang stalking.
Not even.
But you see, the dude, Carl, whatever his fucking name is, Terry. But Terry will never talk about that. Terry would never talk about that. This dude right here, this dude never talk about that. How you can get your gang stalkers caught. That gang stalking is a crime, and they can be caught, and you can bring them to justice. He would never bring that up. Never at all. I find that odd. I find that extremely odd that he would never bring that stuff up. Let's go back to his video.
But most of all,
there it is.
Targeted individuals were chosen by God.
She's probably watching manifestation TikToks. I'm confident, I'm secure, I'm powerful, I'm chosen. Chosen by who?
But most of all,
there it is.
Targeted individuals were chosen by God.
That's bullshit. Citation needed. Which God, out of all the pantheon of gods that humanity have worshipped while on this freaking planet, which God are you talking about? Terry Joel Jr.? Which God? Which God? And for what purpose? For what reason? But you were chosen by. No. Do we have to play the last video? Or should we find that last video?
We didn't get it. It was devastating.
Rowe, it didn't.
I had put so much.
She's a gang stalker. She got caught.
I walked in. It was my house.
Yeah, but it wasn't your house.
No, but it felt like the house I always wanted to own. And when I found out we didn't get it, it was devastating. It was heartbreaking. It was almost like the loss of a loved one. It was that critical to me.
Kathy Rowe had a job with the county, had a very ill husband, she said, and had a Mother of the Year.
Okay, Mother of the Year. Wow.
Award for being the sole caregiver looking after their severely disabled daughter, Rachel.
Now, like I said, Joel is not going to talk about any of these stories, any of these gang stalkers. Like this gang stalker worked for the county of San Diego. The last video that we watched, she was that gang stalker was working for whatever county that she was in. So these gang stalkers can get caught, but this dude, this spirit, we'll see if we can find his name. This dude right here ain't gonna bring any of that stuff up. You can catch your gang stalkers. You have to do counter surveillance to do it. You have to prove to the authorities that you are a gang stalking victim. And the more that you prove to your family and your friends by doing counter surveillance, by getting the gang stalkers on camera, especially when they do that street theater, you may have to get cameras on the back of you. I'm working on getting a camera on my back because when I go to these Trader Joe's in Los Angeles County, a lot of these Trader Joe's are run by leftists. The leftists don't like me because I'm a black woman who will tear down the little leftist narrative. If people don't listen to the little leftists and their little bullshit ass narrative, these people will not get paid. That means that a lot of them will probably end up being homeless. Whatever little power that they have will go disappear. So here he is. He's talking about chosen by God.
And this is the truth.
It's not true. It's not true. So we can go back to the video. We'll see if we can go back to that video. I'm just going to have to leave my video up. Okay. Which go watch history. I'm so sorry about this. Now let's go back to this video. This is a gang stalker who actually worked for the county, by the way.
That house.
The wife.
the wife.
Was something
Janice.
special about the wife?
Photo
No.
Kathy Rowe would later put on this Carmel Valley freak show online ad, inviting men to stop by anytime.
I was jealous, destroyed, and devastated with pain and depression.
All because of a house.
Why did that result in your lashing out at innocent people?
I don't, that's the form that it took.
You enjoyed this, didn't you?
No.
You enjoyed making these people suffer.
Well, I thought it was funny. I did not view it as suffering.
See, she's a gang stalker. She knew this shit was illegal. Now, I'm going to, might have to stop this video real quick. But Terry Noel is never going to bring this shit up. Okay, now this bitch, this gang stalker bitch who got caught gang stalking worked for San Diego County. I want you to pay attention to this. We're going to type in gang stalking. We're going to scroll down a little bit. You see this woman? San Diego woman. In the same freaking county as that woman, there was a really big gang stalking ring, I'm guessing, in San Diego County. That's what I'm thinking. But again, you have Terry. You have Terry. We have this dude right there. He is not going to bring up. He just going to talk about, oh, there's something special about you. There's something special about you. You was chosen by God. You were chosen by God. That's the truth. There's something special about you. Ooh. There's nothing special about you, except that they thought you was an easy target. They probably want your house, your kid, your car, your man, your job. They probably think that you're cute, and they probably want to have you for sexual exploitation. There's nothing special about you, really. They probably think you're an easy target to be set up to be used and abused. And according to the other video, the chick thought it was funny.
Targeted individuals were chosen by God.
Targeted individual chosen by God, but you saw the last video, right? Nothing about God was a part of that. The lady just wanted that fucking house, and she wanted those people gone. Chosen by God, my ass. That's why I had to make this video, because I'm getting sick and tired of these people lying, chosen by
Most
God.
of all,
Look at that. You know what sign that means?
targeted individuals were chosen by God.
See, narcissism, delusions of grandeur, a victim complex, persecution complex. I have to deal with all of that negativity when I talk about gang stalking, especially to people who are psychiatrists or psychologists, because they all listen to people like that, or they listen to this piece of shit dude right here. People like this piece of shit dude will listen to people like this dude right here
24/7.
thinking that he's special. And then when I talk about gang stalking, I have to deal with all these goddamn lies. This dude, he's a piece of poo, man. And he's not the only one, and I will get to a good chunk of them. Let's go and check out this dude's channel. This is the timestamp. This dude, this is nothing but making money. Because apparently there's a lot of people doing this crap on TikTok. Let's watch the videos. Let's look at the videos that he just typed in about gang stalking. Gang stalking, how gang stalking entered my life. Gang stalking, narcissism. How gang stalking entered my life. You did the same video twice. It's the same video twice. The same video twice. Gang stalkers will try hard to set you up. Okay. Why are you being gang stalked? Okay. Gang stalkers will attempt to destroy your life. Well, yeah, but you don't talk about doing counter surveillance and protecting yourself to make sure that they don't happen. You are a highly spiritual being if you experience gang stalking. I'm going to bring up some of the videos from the last clip. So let's bring up a new video that proves that this gang stalking has nothing to do with spirituality. Let's bring up Dr. John Hall, Stockton, San Antonio, Texas. Dr. John Hall wrote books on this shit. Tell me if this woman is destined for greatness. if this woman in this video, these women in these videos are destined for greatness, they're the chosen one, chosen by God to be raped. They have their house destroyed. They have their valuables stolen, to be hit with mind control technology. By the way, this dude, Dr. John Hall, wrote books on it, and he wrote nothing about the chosen one. These people are lying to you.
Terrorism in America. Verbeth.
Okay.
Lights left on, doors open, furniture moved, her clothes dryer disassembled. Her friends say they noticed the strange happenings. They tell the I-Team they even witnessed a gas oven left turned on.
As soon as you walk in the house, you'd smell gas in the house.
So was she the chosen one? So she has a high gas bill. She the chosen one, right?
The whole house smelled from gas. So immediately turned it off and opened up the doors. But I mean, that thing doesn't just turn on by itself. And it had been running for a good length of time.
Or the time Verbeth and a friend say they were stalked at a mall.
I saw him following us to several stores, and I would see the man close.
Was she a chosen one too? Was she a chosen one? She was just with this woman right here. This woman right here was just walking with this woman. Was that woman a chosen one? Was that woman a chosen one?
He told me that because I was already there in his house, I would be the next victim that I would.
Hold on. Victims. Like I said, gang stalking is a crime.
The contents, the jewelry, remained untouched. Verbeth says her troubles didn't start until she met these two men. One would become her ex-boyfriend. The other was his partner in a San Antonio pain clinic, Dr. John Hall.
Very first time I met him, we went to his house on 4th of July. And he told me that because I was already there in his house, I would be the next victim that I was going to be stalked.
Verbeth found the doctor's
okay, here with the directive if you weapon right here.
She suffered months of oddness.
Coming in through the front door, and I touch the doorknob, and it just falls into pieces.
Lights left.
I guess that's a chosen one, right? That's a chosen one. Is this lady a chosen one?
Is above normal. We shouldn't have her.
Is she a chosen by God?
Johnson says someone poisoned her water supply with heavy metals in northwest San Antonio. Then there's her story about the bracelet that went missing, then reappeared. Police, she says, have stopped listening to her. And like Verbeth, she too believes she's been sexually assaulted, although she never filed. Groups target and harass her from electronic stalking. These so-called victims of what Hall describes as gang stalking meet up on the internet, finding comfort and information from others who say they too suffer from electronic stalking, mind control, and even rape. Loosely defined, gang stalking is where organized groups target and harass unwilling victims to the point of paranoia, leaving the victims to deal with skeptical family members and skeptical law enforcement.
This isn't stalking done by a former spouse or former boyfriend or someone that's disgruntled at you, but stalking that's being done by total strangers in an organized fashion.
Okay, if anything what this doctor man said has anything to do with you are the chosen one, or what the Christians said, that you are part of the 144,000 soldiers of God, that you're the chosen one, that this has anything to do with some damn tarot cards, religion, spirituality, if anything of what that man said has anything to do with what I just said, no. When these fake gang stalking victims talk about you the chosen one, but so we can find it real quick. Talking about you the chosen one, that you was one of God's soldiers. Where the hell is this fucking dude? I need to get rid of these tabs. This is so stupid. This is so stupid. This dude's a piece of shit. But I'm gonna play the video one more time.
24/7. They can't help it. There's something about you.
No.
That people just can't help it. You're just that type. People are watching you. They might come get you. Targeted individuals were chosen by God.
That's not true. Now, you just heard Dr. John Hall speak. Is anything in what Dr. John Hall spoke about has anything to do with what this man has to say? Because he was talking about criminals. Were these criminals chosen by God who are also gang stalked by other criminals? Were they also chosen by God?
But most of all, targeted individuals were chosen by God.
Now now you heard that, right? Targeted individuals chosen by God. That's what that man just said. But let's hear him talk about the criminals.
You could be a criminal watching this video. There's something about you, bro, that People are watching you. They might come get you. They might try to come back at you. But most of all, targeted individuals were chosen by God.
Including the criminals he just talked about.
And this is the truth.
No, it's not.
There's something about you, bro. People gotta watch.
Yes, that you're an easy victim, you're an easy target. Target to be used and abused, exploited. That's it. There's nothing about it.
You gotta know how to talk to you when they see you, you know? They want to try to get a better read on who you are. They notice you because you got a target on your back. Makes sense, doesn't it?
Pause.
Of course it does. I'm going to tell you guys, right?
The many pauses this dude does in this video. It's really annoying. And you're going to see this shit. All of this stuff, all this gang stalking stuff, using tarot cards and religion and spirituality, they're all coming on YouTube now. Like this shit right here. I'm going to get rid of this bitch right here. I'm going to talk about this bitch right here. She only mentioned one video about gang stalking, and this is it. And she got her damn titties showing. She got her damn cleavage showing. But let's look at her channel. Let's look at her page, and let's look at it. How many videos did she talk about gang stalking? If you was a gang stalking victim, would you like people to know that you were a gang stalking victim? Would you like people to know that you're a gang stalking victim? I don't see nothing about gang stalking on this YouTube page, by the way. 4 years. She had this video channel for 4 years and only made one video talking about gang stalking. She only mentioned gang stalking one time, and she got her damn titties hanging out. Talk about her psychic ability. If you were psychic, how did you become a gang stalking victim in the first place? See, these people, they're not real gang stalking victims. Look at my channels. All I have, mostly on my YouTube channels, is nothing more than me recording the street theater of gang stalkers. But YouTube keeps shadow banning my videos. It's amazing. People just get away with this shit. This is a real gang stalking victim. Like I said, I wish I'd taken pictures of this YouTube page talking about gang stalking, and you can see the psychological operation coming on YouTube. You could see it a mile away. Usually it was Christians talking about, oh, like I said, you part of the 144,000, you part of the soldiers of God, blah, 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 blah. None of that shit is true. None of that shit. Oh, you're a gang stalking victim. You're destined for something greater. You're destined for a higher purpose. There was just one bitch talking about gang stalking, saying that you are destined to find your true love. And I'm like, you mean a handler? You mean a handler? A handler will come into your life. Which, by the way, Terry Joel Jr. will never talk about those damn handlers. Not one bit. And they will send handlers. They will. They will send it to you. Trying to be your friend so they can know more information. I had 2 handlers. One was a black chick when I was homeless. One was a black chick, and one was a man. Me and this man did have a sexual relationship, but because I was homeless with a broken ankle, I felt that I had to sleep with him so I wouldn't be back on the street. It's like tarot cards. This shit wasn't on YouTube under gang stalking back in 2016, 2017. No, the fuck it wasn't. None of this narcissistic talk. It was mostly news. Like this chick, which, by the way, YouTube tried to get rid of twice, by the way. They got rid of that video twice. This video. Now, let's see some more people who was chosen by God. eBay. 6 executives. There it is. 6 executives right there. Were these people chosen by God?
Alleged in the complaint was a systematic campaign fueled by the resources of a Fortune 500 company to emotionally and psychologically terrorize this middle-aged couple in Natick with the goal of deterring them from writing bad things online about eBay. The harassment scheme had...
But Joel and these rest of these chosen one gang stalking, fake gang stalking victims are going to talk about how somebody like the person this man was talking about, this I guess, good FBI agent was talking about. They the chosen one. They the chosen one. There's something special about them. No, it's not. Okay, so they're playing this loud ass music again. All right. So let's see if we got this recorded. Here we go.
To them, they're watching you take action.
Watching you take action.
You're not watching them, they're watching you. If you were a targeted individual, they are watching you. You actually do something productive with your life. Are they?
They probably are, because some of these gang stalkers probably are getting paid to gang stalk you. There it is. Revenge for hire. Various jobs.
United States is typically.
And he can't show his face because of the dozens of lives he says he's ruined at the request of his clients.
The ex-wife who's upset about, her husband leaving, or you're going to get the business partner who has been, completely screwed over and forced out of his company.
The company's specialty is revenge for hire, and it's
all this shit should be illegal, by the way. And I think it is.
Not the only one.
It should be illegal.
Public duty to expose
these people.
It's a burgeoning new industry, hiring someone to right your wrongs. Whether you feel you've been unfairly dumped, canned, or disrespected.
And they do it in a variety of ways, from bombarding your offender with unrelenting, menacing texts or phone calls.
That's called harassment. That's illegal.
To putting an ad in the paper about their alleged indiscretions, or much, much worse.
Okay, isn't that slander and libel just in case it's not true? And if it is true, wouldn't it be a violation of privacy to have somebody post that shit on somebody's newspaper? I think it is.
Nefarious Jobs offers 9 packages aimed, the company advertises, at making the lives of your enemies hell. For $3,000, the eviscerator focuses on ruining one facet of the person's life, like her marriage.
Really, it was gang stalking.
And then there's total annihilation, which for $10,000.
What?
$1,000 does $10,000 does exactly as the name suggests.
Well, when people feel...
So these people are making money doing this gang stalking, but then you have Terry. Let's see if we can go back.
They'll be watching you. They notice you. You don't notice them. Oh, and adjust. Are they?
Yeah, they're making money.
Not.
They're making money.
Because they would not have time to get their freaking telescope out, bro, and adjust it and everything, and be watching your life. Every little thing you do.
If they're getting paid to do it, yeah, they got the time. That is their job. Like any other detective agency, any other private investigator, they do take the little telescope out and they be spying on you, bro. But yet, when it comes to gang stalking is illegal. Now, if a private investigator comes after you and starts spying on you that way, and he get caught, you can take away his fucking license. Probably that's why a lot of this gang stalking, even if it is illegal, they will use homeless people. They probably pay the homeless people off, just like in the video called When Women Become Gang Stalkers. When Women Become Gang Stalkers. There it is right there. When women become gang stalkers, they'll hire homeless people to be their proxy. So if the homeless person got caught, then the homeless person goes to jail. The gang stalker, he scots free, unless the homeless person was able or smart enough to record that gang stalker hiring him. Or they'll torture the homeless using no-touch trauma-based mind control to force the homeless person into becoming a gang stalker by proxy.
Of course they're not taking action. They don't know how. They are stuck. They're stuck. You're taking action.
Yeah, that sounds like one of those positive affirmation videos that you see on TikTok. It had to be so many of these dumb positive affirmation videos talking about the chosen one on TikTok. So these new age spirituality gurus mixing their bullshit with gang stalking and coming on YouTube, just like the Christians back in 2016, 2017, 2018. Same group of people. And they're all doing psychological operations. So real gang stalking victims do not get the help or the encouragement to do counter surveillance to get their gang stalkers put in jail or get the gang stalking to stop. Because, like I said, all this shit was just taking over gang stalking sections of YouTube. And real videos talking about gang stalking, like a dude from, he was a journalist, and he was a gang stalking victim over in Portland. You know, he made a video about gang stalking. They deleted that man's channel.
They want to try to get a read on what you're doing and still downplay you all while watching you, trying to critique you, but yet you're taking action. You're the one that's taking action. You're the one that's getting results. They're the one that's doing this.
Sounds like a positive affirmation video mixed with gang stalking. None of it's
meaning nothing what they say. They don't even know what they're talking about.
I wish he actually recorded who he's talking about, somebody. Whether that person is real or not. I wish if the person was real, he would record this conversation. But this dude is not a real gang stalking victim in my view.
They want to portray like they do and like they've done a million things on Earth, but they haven't done anything.
Okay, yeah, this dude's a piece of shit. I'm done with this dude. But like I said, I truly believe that this man is part of a psychological operation. He probably couldn't make it. Okay, one or two things. Like I said, either he's part of a psychological operation, so to besmirch, to say that gang stalking is not real, to try to, as a negative information campaign against gang stalking victims. So he's talking about gang stalking, but he doesn't prove anything that the gang stalking is real. He doesn't offer any evidence that the gang stalking is real. He just talking a whole bunch of bullshit mixed with positive affirmations type of videos. If your family wants to Google real gang stalking victim, a real gang stalking, they're going to come across this man and they're going to say all this gang stalking is bullshit. This dude is going to get people killed. That's my personal opinion. This dude is going to get you fucked up because he doesn't talk about gang stalking.
They have no results to show, but yet they know everything, right?
That kind of reminds me of this dude. He had no evidence of him being a real gang stalking victim. Nothing about straight theater. He doesn't even talk about gang stalking tactics. This video channel right here talks about real gang stalking tactics. And I'm sorry about my my lazy tongue, my speech impediment. I'm so sorry about that. This video channel right here, amazing, talks about real gang stalking and encourage people to do counter surveillance to catch gang stalkers. This dude right here, this dude is a piece of shit. You're the one that's taking action. You're the one that's getting... Like I said, this is mixed positive affirmation videos that you see on TikTok all the time, mixing it with gang stalking so he can get views. That's it. There's nothing in it. Alright, I know this video is really long. Here's a timestamp, but that's all my evidence. I'll go after the rest of these fake gang stalking victims. So you can tell. Anybody talking about the chosen one and mix it with gang stalking, that's not real. Either he's a gang stalker, he's just a gang stalking mind control victim, part of a psyop. Do not listen to people talking about the chosen one, because it's not real. Not even the former head of the FBI Los Angeles Division, Ted Gunderson, and not even Dr. John Hall talked about the chosen one, mixing it with gang stalking. That's not true. All right.